Morning, you guys. How y'all doing this morning? There's a terrible tragedy. A terrible tragedy in West Roxbury. Two firefighters were killed. Two firefighters in a restaurant blaze back in August took the lives of two firefighters. The autopsy results is reported in the Boston Globe and the Boston Herald yesterday. And they got leaked out, and they had, this is a court deal. Should they have been released, or should anybody have known? But the two firefighters that had autopsies, we've got controversies and anxiety across the Commonwealth of Massachusetts right now. The media reports the two firefighters who died in a West Roxbury restaurant fire in August. One was drunk at the time, and the other had cocaine in his system. God bless firefighters Paul Cahill and Warren Payne, both in their 50s. They were both of Canton, died battling a blaze in a Chinese restaurant in the city's West Roxbury neighborhood at the end of August. One was a 19-year veteran of the fire department. The other was a 14-year veteran. To the car phone. Hi, Brian. How you doing this morning, Brian?
Great, Ed. You?
Fine, sir.
Good. I just wanted to bring up the firefighter situation where, I don't think the insurance company should pay the families. I think that if you want to rectify the situation, the union ought to face some sort of sanctions, and I think they should pay the families.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen. I hear where you're coming from about what's right is right, as one of our other callers said before us, Brian. These guys put their family in harm's way by showing up on the job. One of them with 3 times the alcohol, over the limit, and the other one they don't know, but he was tested positive after he died with cocaine.
Right, and I mean, I do agree with Bill in the previous call. I mean, I do think the family should get their due, but at the same time, it is the responsibility of the lieutenants and the captains and even the chiefs themselves, if they see a problem, to deal with it.
I know, and sometimes, as the Globe said, sometimes they don't, because these are the guys that came up through the ranks, and it's the brotherhood, and they might take a guy aside and say, you got to knock off this crap, but I'm not going to turn you in on an insurance, on a assistance program. I don't know. It's a tough call. I'd prefer to have it as mandatory drug testing to take it up, so these guys know exactly what's up.
Well, if that's what has to happen, I think I would agree with you there as well. If they're too scared to come forward and to face the brotherhood. Yeah. But you know what? By facing it, they're doing everybody good. I feel safer. I mean, how would you feel if he came to your house and, he could,
I would
blow you over when he walked through the door?
It's the last thing in the world I'd want, or that I'd demand of my public employees, because that's what they are. We're paying their salary.
Right.
Thanks.
And I mean, as it is, probably your insurance and my insurance deny us on all kinds of things that we should be entitled to. And I don't mean life insurance; I just mean regular insurance.
Exactly.
So, yeah. I just, the whole thing is a tragedy, and I think it sheds a lot of light on some of the big social issues we have out there.
Thanks for the call, Brian. I think it does too. Let's go to East Falmouth. Lady C, good morning. You're on XTK. How you doing, Lady C?
Yes, good morning. I think it's a terrible situation, Ed, as far as how a man could go to work and be that way as he was starting to work for the day, or whenever he came in for the tragedy. And so if there's anything else is wrong, the union should have been taking care of those men. Those men aren't 25 years old. They're not 20 years old. They were older men. So I think it's a tragedy. So whatever happens, it's going to happen anyway. So pay the bill for the day and just don't go on the rest of the next 100 years and pay it.
I know. It's a tough call, Lady C. It really is, and it's a tragedy. And you don't know which. Some of the callers are saying, "Hey, look, we've got to start saying no," and other people are saying, from a legal standpoint, those autopsy results are not legally, they're not public information, so they never should have been leaked to the newspapers.
And they should take care of it.